What's up, y'all? Today we're going to talk about how I overcame imposter syndrome as a black pre-med student at a PWI. What's up, y'all? My name is Julian, and welcome back to my channel, Julian to the MD. I'm glad that y'all are joining us today for this video, and I hope that y'all take a lot away from what I'm saying today. Before we go into the video, as I always say, my page is dedicated to helping students of all sorts grow and succeed. And if that's something you feel like you need or you benefit from, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Leave a like on the video, of course, and then leave a comment, video suggestions, comments about the video, questions, anything that you want to leave down there. I'd be happy to read. So let's go ahead and get to the video. Okay, then just to start off, I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about the type of high school I went to and just like the neighborhoods I grew up in, things like that. So I am from like predominantly black neighborhoods, predominantly black schools, basically most of my life, actually all of my life really, until I came to college. So I had been around majority black people my whole life, and then when I came to college, I'm at a PWI, so it was drastically different. Just the demographic, as you can imagine, a PWI is predominantly white, so that was a big change for me, like really big. And I guess I knew what I was coming into, but I didn't really know what impact that it would have on me. I feel like we would all like to think that we wouldn't really be impacted by, you know, changing up our environment and things like that. Like we could all kind of guess like how we would react to something, but you never really know how you're going to react to it until you're in that situation. And for me, that was when I came to the school and I began to deal with imposter syndrome. Now, granted, when I came here, I did have a class, thank the Lord, that had others that looked like me, because that's what the program was kind of targeted towards. That was one of the target populations of this class and program in general. So I did have one class that had people that looked like me, thank God. But all of my other classes, maybe there was either one or no minority students in general. In many of my classes, there's literally been no other minorities in general but myself since I've been here. So as you can imagine, it does impact a lot of people, and I don't think enough people talk about it. Like, I feel like a lot of people go through it, but they just never talk about it. They just deal with it because people say, "Oh, that's just how the world is." Which, I mean, I guess it is how the world is, but I mean, I still think that it's okay to talk about it and just like share your feelings about how that made you feel, because I mean, we're in school and we're supposed to be comfortable, and if you're uncomfortable, then you just share it with somebody. Not that they can change the situation, but they could maybe help you find ways to ease the uncomfortable feelings that you're dealing with as it pertains to like being in that environment. So I don't know if I can necessarily pinpoint my dealing with the imposter syndrome down to one specific situation, because I think that it was just a culmination of a bunch of different situations and just like my life at that point in general. But I will say it was kind of hard being in classes with students who's had so many different experiences than myself. And not just different, but experiences that I've never had the opportunities to have. Like many students said that they were doing research in their high schools. Their high schools had labs and research groups and all of this, and I was just kind of like, wow, like I've never, like, I mean, I did have the chance to do research at a college university during high school, but my high school didn't have those. So it was kind of weird being in situations where students were sharing these things about themselves, and then I didn't really have anything to share about like my school and like my experiences. So I think that was one thing. And then also, a lot of these students went to schools that, you know, cost more money because their families had the money, because this school has a large wealthy population, right? So it was really hard, you know, knowing that a lot of them had better educations than I had. And when I first came here, I could kind of see like their higher level of education at that point play out in the classroom, when there were things that they knew that I didn't know. Which, I mean, I don't think that there was necessarily anything wrong with me not knowing some of those things. Now, in my current state, but back then when I didn't know those things and they did, it really was tearing me down piece by piece, slowly over time. So yeah, and then everything kind of culminating together and impacted me so much every single day in class, because I had class every single day, so I was dealing with these things on the daily. I started to doubt if I even belonged here. Like, I started to wonder why the school actually let me in, like if I even deserved to be amongst a group of students who were that smart and had those experiences and things like that. Like, I won't justify those feelings right now, because I don't have those anymore, and I mean, I see why I had them, but I'm just glad they're gone, to be honest. But I hope I'm not talking in circles. But yeah, I started to doubt if I even belong here. I was really sad. I was always calling my parents like, oh, I don't know these things. These other students know this. They did research in high school. They were able to go out of the country and do this as it pertains to medicine and all that stuff in high school. And my school didn't have those things. But I mean, that's just the luck of the draw. Like that's how I view it at this point. It's just the luck of the draw. They got lucky. I didn't. But over time, I started to focus more on actually building up my confidence. Like, it was one of my goals. It was one of my focuses. I had to focus on it because it was vital for me being able to have the best experience possible in college. And I'm very happy that I have built up a lot of confidence over the years, because my confidence was down here and now is, I mean, we making our way. We making our way. But I wouldn't say it's all the way up here. It's not there yet, but I'm hopeful one day that it will be up there. I just started to think back on some of the experiences that I actually had in high school that those students didn't have, and that those students had. You can't always compare yourself to other people, because comparing yourself to other people will have you sad and depressed forever. Okay, like, let's be real. There will always be other people who have more than you, who have better experiences than you, who have more opportunity than you. That's just the truth. There are always more people who have those. But you just have to look at yourself and be the best person you can, seek out the most and the best opportunities that you can possible, and be happy with them and take advantage and use them to the fullest extent. And that's what I've done. And I feel like once I had that confidence built up, just even a little bit, I just shot up. Literally, I started to take advantage of more opportunities that were available. I started to seek out more opportunities that I didn't even know about yet. I started to do better in my classes. I started to speak more in my classes, because when I wasn't confident, I wasn't talking in my classes. I wouldn't say I was quiet in every single class, but I would say most of my classes I was very quiet. I wasn't really speaking up. I wasn't really participating as much as I would have liked to. But once I got that confidence up a little bit, I took the university by storm. Like, not even I could have guessed, like, the amount of achievements that I would have made and gotten, like, thus far in life. And I owe it all to my confidence. Confidence can do so much, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, you might not think that confidence can have that much impact on your experience in life in general, but it definitely can, because it allows you to put yourself in those uncomfortable situations, and most of the time the uncomfortable situations are the ones that you grow the most in. So please remember that. Try to build your confidence up, because when I tell you, you'll go from level 1 to level 100 real quick. I'm telling you. Then that led me to, join a research lab, which has been very important and vital, and has enhanced my experience here at the University of Richmond. I'm an RA now, which I definitely don't think that I would have been great at this job if I wasn't a confident person, because you have to kind of lead in the way and serve as like a role model of some sort. So I definitely don't think that I would be at this point right now if I didn't have that confidence. And even going back on my research, I was able to present at a conference in California, and I wouldn't have been able to do as good as I did and grow as much as I have if I didn't have that confidence, because I was speaking to people that I didn't know. Like, confidence can change so much. Even interviewing for jobs, I'll be interviewing for medical school soon. Like, I needed this confidence so that I could, showcase who exactly I am to people and why I deserve the opportunities that I'm seeking out. And specifically about my medical school, like, I wouldn't want to go into that interview and just be sitting there like a quiet church mouse and, my name is Julian. I go here. If there are some people like that, I'm not speaking down on them, but just for me, the way that I want to portray myself, that wouldn't be how I want others to see me, because it's not really me. It was just my lack of confidence. And then, y'all, I just wanted to end the video off by talking about just the importance of knowing your self-worth, because that, based off of everything that I said, that was basically what I was trying to talk about, but just in a more indirect way, sharing a personal example from my life. So know your self-worth, know how much you are worth and how much your experience is worth and how much your history is worth, how much your past is worth, and how much your specific path through life is worth, okay? When I came here, I didn't know my worth, and that's why I wasn't confident, and that's why I didn't think that I belonged here amongst the group of my peers. But know your worth. If you get into a college, like for example, I got into this PWI, I deserve to be here just like everyone else, okay? And whatever schools you get into, whatever jobs you get, whatever opportunities you join, whatever organizations you get into, you deserve to get those opportunities because you earned it, okay? You put all that work in over the years to get there, right? You have to believe in yourself and have confidence in everything that you've done and everything that you've put on the table for yourself. And with that said, if you're currently dealing with imposter syndrome, listen to me. Listen clear. You deserve to be there. You deserve that opportunity. No one in your environment is above you. Y'all are all on the same playing field, okay? You have to have confidence in yourself, because if you don't, then no one else will. But that is all. And I hope that this helped y'all. I hope that this helps y'all deal with even things past college. Like, this is just a life skill that everyone needs to have. And the earlier you acknowledge it and the earlier you try to combat it, the easier it will be when you're in these situations that are uncomfortable and that may cause you to have imposter syndrome. So, well, that is all for this video today, y'all. Like I always say, I really appreciate the support. I'm on a schedule now, so I will be posting videos every Sunday and every Thursday, sometime around 4:30, 5 o'clock. But please continue to support, y'all. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the page, and then a comment down below, video suggestions, comments about the video, questions about anything that I said. But yeah, again, I really appreciate it, and I hope that y'all have a wonderful and successful and productive week. Peace out.